Hi everybody, Dr. Klein here. I just wanted to check in with you all as you're making your way into Unit 3. This is going to be our final unit of the semester, so I don't know if you guys are feeling as though the semester is flying by, or maybe you feel like it's dragging because you have a lot of work still left to do. But either way, we are almost done with this semester. It feels like we just started yesterday. So in Unit 2, you just finished up with your exam for Unit 2. I will be working on grading that and any remaining assignments this week, and then we're going to make our way into Chapter 10, 11, and 12, and that's how we're going to end the semester. So in Chapter 10, we're going to start with a discussion of white-collar crime and organized crime. Then we're going to make our way into public order and morality crimes, and we're going to finish up in Chapter 12 talking about social order and morality crimes, and we'll talk about how those two things differ as we make our way through. But in the first week, you have your typical quizzes and your short writing assignment, and then you're going to have a documentary that's going to focus on the Enron scandal, which hits a little bit close to home here for us in Texas because the Enron Corporation was based, their main hub was based out of Houston. So we're going to learn about what happened in that Enron scandal, and then we're going to complete an activity associated with it. For week 11, which focuses on Chapter 11, we're going to do the same thing with the reading quizzes and the lecture quiz, the short writing assignment, and you're going to have your very last case brief due for me. So yay, you made it. All 5 of them will be complete then, and then the week after that, dun dun dun, your final papers will be due to me. So hopefully you guys have already started those final papers. Remember, they are due the Friday right before Thanksgiving break. This allows me to be able to get them back to you because there's about 35 or so of you in this class, and if each one of you is writing me a couple pages of a paper, I'm going to need the time to be able to sort through those, so they cannot be due at the very last minute of the semester. But that's a big thing that will be off your plate. So the Friday before Thanksgiving break, you guys will have that due for me. Then I give you a week off for Thanksgiving, so you can eat your turkey birds and all your stuff with your family and friends. And then the last 2 weeks of school, you'll come back with me, and we'll focus on Chapter 12. And then the very last week of the semester, what I've decided to do is give you a sort of light week so that the only thing that you will have due for me is Exam 3. And a couple of you have asked whether or not Exam 3 will be cumulative. It is not in the traditional sense. As you guys know from Exam 2, it's sort of the principles and the foundations that we learned in Unit 1, building upon each other, focusing on the specific offenses. And that's going to be the same thing that happens in Exam 3. It's not going to be cumulative over everything you've learned over the course of the semester, but it will do that same compounding type of issue that we saw in Unit 2. So still quite a bit that is due to me in Unit 3, but the good news is that we only have about, I think, 5 or 6 more weeks until the end of the semester, and then you can take a nice, long, well-deserved Christmas break. So if you guys have any questions for me, as always, let me know. My door is always open. Phone, email, whatever you need to do to get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to discuss whatever it is that you need to discuss with me. And I just want to encourage you guys as we're moving forward. The last unit of the semester normally is pretty tough to get through, just considering the fatigue factor. So I want you guys to just finish strong. I know it's a lot of work that still is due left to me, but it's only 5 weeks. You can do anything for 5 weeks. So just push through and give me the same high quality work that you've been producing for me thus far, and you can enjoy your break after that. So get in touch with me if you need any help or have any questions for me, and if not, I will see you in the beginning of the next lecture. Thanks guys. Have a good one.